What's up, y'all? I'm up. Head back to the crib today. Enjoyed myself in Florida. Next time I gotta book something. So yeah, had a good time. About a couple hours. I'm about to be at the airport. I'll probably do some streaming there too. I saw the Michael Rainey thing, and I know I'm late because I really don't pay attention to the Cashapp, and I get my information from LB. Shout out to LB when talking about it. Michael Rainey Jr. was inappropriately touched. I didn't watch the whole live because that's just not my vibe. I've seen Tylil before. I think he got in trouble when he just inadvertently on Cashapp's stream just bring a girl close like he was humping him, which you don't do that, my boy. Like, you don't do that at all. You don't force yourself on a female. Even when dancing, and I learned that. You know what I mean? Some girls like that, but a lot don't. Unless they know you or something. That's why she was asking who mans is this. I think he got blasted that day. But Michael Rainey Jr., the thing that I had an issue with, number one, was she did that in front of kids. Luckily, thank God, the kids didn't see it. Me, I'm a proponent of kids being there. Like, even around my nieces, and one's going to high school now, the other one's going to 7th grade. I don't curse like that in front of them. Because it's you setting an example. And to me, for her to be the older sister out of all of them, I don't even know her age. And for her to do that, I think is downright disturbing. And downright crazy, because the thing is, if a girl grab my piece, I'm going to be offensive over it, because we don't live in a world where I can just go up and grab her by the cuda. I'm going to get charged. I'm going to be said I'm a vile, but you have some men who think it's okay for that. And that's our problem as men. We don't respect ourselves anymore. As men, we have really belittled ourselves. And this is why a lot of females, I'm not going to say a lot of, like some females really don't respect men anymore, because we don't respect ourselves. Michael Rainey Jr., to me, if I was doing a show and Michael Rainey Jr., I had him over, I'm going to make sure everybody acts accordingly. But by watching him and seeing how he moves and seeing how the Cashapp move, and this Zoe Spencer chick who act like a man more than a lady, but I guess this is what everybody likes now, so I guess go with float your boat. If Michael Rainey would have touched her like that, especially in front of children, his homeboy saw it. Shout out to his homeboy too, because his homeboy walked up to him and Michael was like, yo, she is tripping. So that's why he got out of there, because Mike not only was uncomfortable, we don't know how old the girl is. What if that girl was like 14? Now, some girls, they look more mature than what their age is showing. So what if she was young? Now, I don't know her age because I don't watch Tylil like that. I'm probably subscribed. I think I subscribed to him one time because he was just funny, but I subscribe to everybody just to show support. And then I don't watch their videos for like 3 years because I do my own videos. So it's no disrespect. It's no dissing or nothing. I mean, to me, he's quite entertaining. He's funny. Like when I was watching him, And I don't think I don't think he should be getting blamed for a lot of stuff because that was his sister's decision. To me, how he answered it, he wrote that letter because his handlers basically told his ass, look, if you want to have more guests on your show, you're going to have to keep your sister off. You're going to have to kick her off. Young actors like Rainey Jr. aren't going to come on there because they have an image to uphold. If that image is shown like that, that is going to mess up your brand. You have to. That's why when you see Cashapp do something with Kevin Hart, which I don't even know why Kevin Hart is. I understand why he's with Cashapp because he's probably the #1 streamer out there. So, and then Drewski, of course, on there. You have a closed setting with those type of people. And Talil, people are saying, oh, well, he's losing his streaming thing. I don't think he'll lose it. I just think they're gonna tell him, look, you gotta you can't let your sister on like when you have guests on there. But I think he made another video talking about, oh well, whatever, like not whatever, but that's his sister, he loves his sister. It's like family, everybody is like family when they come in here. Yeah, that's cool and all, bro, but it depends on where you're trying to get to. See, me, I ain't trying to get to Cashapp level by doing whatever he does and all of these YouTubers who they pick or go through those doors, whatever you want to say. I don't care. I'm going to make my content the way I make it. Some people say, well, you need to edit your videos. You need to do all this flashy stuff. Why? I don't have time to edit. And then people I try to get to edit, they're not consistent enough for me. I do videos damn near every day. Sometimes twice or 3 times a day when I actually have time. I don't have time to be sitting there waiting for people. I don't wait for people no more. I love my family. I love all my people, but I don't wait. I do what I got to do. I just press record and I get to talking. And you either like it, cool, make sure you hit the like button. If you do love it, donate please to the page by super chatting or going to my Cashapp or going to Zelle. That helps the page continue to float. But if you don't do that, make sure you hit the like button. At least do that. Hit the like button because that puts my videos in circulation. That's all you got to do if you're not donating. So I don't really, excuse me. I don't see, to me, I just don't feel Talil should be destroyed over this. I mean, he's a kid. All of these guys are really kids. I look at them as kids. I guess because I got a baby face, but I'm almost 40. So a lot of these guys I look at as my little brother, little cousin, or like a son or something. Like I just saw my godson, which is like my nephew, his birthday. He's 21 now, but I still look at him as the little baby I was holding. His sister, I still look at her as the little baby I was holding. So I don't see them as 21. I'm respectful, but these are kids to me. They're babies. Like when I was in my 20s, they were in diapers or they were running around with a bib or something. So we've got to calm down. And this is why I don't like all this cancel crap. It's like I was talking about the Caitlin Clark stuff, that I'm a fan of hers. But when you dissect her game or tell the truth about who she is, people get mad because they want to see somebody as a bad guy and somebody as a good guy. When you could just root for both people. People are like, it's hard for me to root for somebody because they did this. No, they're competitive. It's a sport. There's no good or bad guy. It's a sport. It's who wins, who loses. That's it. You know, and in this situation, Talil, I don't believe that he didn't know. And to me, they told him later what happened and stuff. And Talil was respectful. He did everything he needed to do. But to ban his sister and all of that, I disagree with. I believe she made a mistake. He had to check her. You know, she's seeing a kid on Power. Michael Rainey Jr. to these little girls is a superstar. You guys have to remember this. And I think a lot of times people are so quick to jump to crucify her, you know, but I understand. If Michael Rainey Jr. would have done that, yes, Michael Rainey Jr. would have been banned. He probably would have had a lawsuit come in. Anything could have happened. Talil probably would have put hands on him right then and there. We don't know how that could have gone. But Michael Rainey Jr., in my opinion, handled the situation professionally. His friend, shout out to his friend really came over there, said, yo, did she just da-da-da-da? And like, okay. And he knew they had to go. But what I didn't like was she did it in front. Luckily, the baby girls, when there's kids in the room, that stuff don't need to happen. Because if that kid, that little baby would have turned around and seen her sister putting her hands in Michael Rainey's pants, then she would have saw that as, oh, that's acceptable. And that's something we've got to be mindful of. Now, I don't think she should get banned from his streams, because I've seen his streams with his family on there. It's dope. You know, it's dope. They really support what he does. Even the mom, the sisters, all of them love him. I don't think she should get banned. I just think, you know, she just need to learn, look, you can't do that on stream or off stream, because if the stream wasn't on, that's still not acceptable. You can't just put your hand in men's pants. That's why when you see the videos of the girls going around saying, let them check your penile size, your penis size, because we do it with them, let me grab your ass. So it's kind of the same thing, but they have to ask permission. And I still think that's unacceptable, because I don't see guys going around saying, let me rub your cooter. You know what I'm saying? So it's a certain of respect that I think all of us have lacked towards each other. You know, and I think a lot of times we live in a society, if you don't have a 9-inch or a 12-inch or 14-inch or a 16-inch piece, you ain't shit or compatible. When that's not the case. It's if you got confidence. If you got confidence and a girl is feeling you, that 3-inch meat will make her feel like you the best in the world, because it's this, psychologically, she's attracted to you, not just appearance. So that Michael Rainey thing, I think was, it was crazy. I understand. Like I said, I don't condone that. I think, you know, but I don't think you should just destroy the man's show. I don't think his show should just be, I don't think he should lose streamers. I think, you know, he'll learn his lesson. His sister will learn, and they'll move on from that. Now 50 Cent came out and said something like, man, them men want to harass her. Saying something like that, Michael Rainey Jr. is fine, and people was blasting Fifth. Y'all got to understand, this is 50. 50 look at that like, man, little nigga, man, let her just play with your piece. You know what I'm saying? That's how 50 look at it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, if it would have happened to me, I'd have been like, look, man, like, how old are you? You feel me? I'd just been like, how old are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, your sisters, I'd whispered in the ear and said, your sisters are here. Don't do that. Don't be disrespectful. You know, I understand. Just, I'll talk to you after. If she's of age, I'd have been like, we could talk after this stream and all of that. See, I would have been able to handle that. But Michael Rainey Jr. ain't been in no situation like that. He's practically been sheltered. Like, he's been famous since damn near like a kid. Because remember, he started on the first Power with what's his name? Oh, I can't think of his name. But the guy who played Ghost. Excuse me. You know, but I'm just like, I don't know how old she is. And then that was wrong. Women, you can't do that. You know, even the interviews where they asked the guy, can I get permission to fill your junk? I still would be like, nah, I'm good. But appreciate you, though. You know. And I would still ask him, you know, shoot, I would like to take you out on a date. If she'd be like, no, be like, cool. We good. But all of that other stuff, nah. Can't do it. Can't do it. You know, so we got to be mindful of that. And I think people today have grown numb to actually respecting other people's wishes or respecting people's bubble. You got a bubble. You cross it, sometimes you get your head knocked off for crossing that bubble. But yeah, I was talking about this because everybody was tripping, going crazy about it. I was like, damn, well, let me talk about this, because it's been like 5 days or a week or two when this happened. I didn't get a chance to talk about it until it just started blowing up everywhere. People are like, what if Michael Rainey touched her? It's like, damn. But he didn't. Michael Rainey didn't touch her, but I feel where you're coming from, but they're right. If Michael Rainey would have touched that girl, charges could have been had, people would have been talking about canceled, and his career would have been ruined. So I agree. It's a double standard when it comes to men and comes to women. But as men, we have allowed that double standard to happen. We don't respect ourselves. Like, we just let women walk up, violate us. We think it's cool. Some women will allow a man to walk up to them and violate them. Like, for real. You may think, no, some women do that. Some women will do something nasty to a man they're infatuated with, either on the dance floor, in public, behind closed doors, or wherever it is. But yeah, she was wrong in what she did. She was very wrong. I haven't seen the new Power. I still got to watch BMF. I'm going to watch all that when I get back to the crib. I needed this break, guys. Thank y'all for being patient with me. Now, Bad Boys Ride or Die. I didn't do a review. I'm going to do a review on this, and then I'm going to talk about my adventures with the Superman episode 5 that we just saw. And I'm going to recap the finals probably in the morning. I'm going to watch it tonight. What else do I got to do? I done forgot. Oh, yeah, I got to watch The Boys. The Boys done started again, so I got to watch that. I'll probably watch that. Excuse me. I'll watch that at the airport while I'm waiting for my flight. Let's see. Ride or Die, Bad Boys. Look, like I said, I think this was the second best Bad Boys done. Martin actually had a role in this as Marcus Burnett. I loved how it was mainly about him, how he, how he was taking charge. We haven't had that Marcus Burnett since Bad Boy 1, since the original Bad Boys. Like in the scene at the club where they were talking, like, if I remember correctly, Marcus, the last few body counts has been on you. And then he told Mike Lyer and everything, oh, please, we not finna compare body counts. Just going with different. That's the last time Marcus Burnett was on point. And the thing that I loved about it was when Marcus Burnett, when he said, can you stay focused I am focused, yeah, on all this scattered ass around here. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing I love about his character. He took charge. Bad Boys 2, we started seeing Mike take the charge, and it ended up a lot more dead bodies. Bad Boys 2 was just a cluster uck. It was like everybody talk about they love Bad Boys 2. I'm like, Bad Boys 2 is overrated. I ain't gonna hold you. The best part of Bad Boys 2 was the captain. And you know, some of the scenes was good, but to me it was laughable to me. First of all, ain't no Cuban or Colombian, or I don't care, is not finna do a Russian that way. Listen, I'm sorry. Russians ain't finna be put in no damn tortilla box or whatever that shit was. But Bad Boys 3 was good. I just didn't like the way the captain died, but it was a solid movie. It was better than 2. I just didn't like the way they had Martin's character. Martin's character in that was mainly like Danny Glover. You know, in Lethal Weapon, I think it was 4 or 3, or was it 4? It was one of them. I think it was 4. Where Jet Li was in it, and I hated that because he was like, Riggs. I think he did that in Lethal Weapon 3 as well. I'm not sure. I gotta remember, man. It's so long since I've seen them, but the first 2 Lethal Weapons were definitely goated. Lethal Weapon 3, I think, happened when he was dating this one chick. They were getting serious. She's a cop. They started hooking up, and then Lethal Weapon 4 is when she had the baby at the end, and Chris Rock was in it with Danny Glover's. But anyway, I'm staring off. But they made Marcus Burnett on this one actually like be able to have a story. Like the part where he saved Will, where Will saved him in the first one when he was running after the car. They kind of did role reversal. Then they did their signature where they get up and the camera pans and stuff. That was dope. And I love the scenes with the gun in their hand. You saw it from an angle that felt like you were in a video game. If you've ever played a first-person shooter video game, that's how it felt. And I loved it, how they were switching the guns. That part was dope. The whole film was dope. And this is what movies need to be about. Make a movie. Make it entertaining. Make it interesting. If you're making a movie that's serious, you know, like the Black Swan movie. I love that movie. I think it's called Black Swan with Natalie Portman in it. I love that movie because it was riveting. It was interesting. It was psychological. You actually could follow it. It was a movie. The first Quiet Place was good. Only thing I hated about it was the dad died and the mom was stupid and the daughter was stupid. But post-apocalyptic Earth, I'm not having no damn baby. I don't give a damn. We lost that kid. We lost it, especially with these things running around. But ride or die for the Bad Boys. It was great. Reggie had now this is a spoiler video, so if you don't want to know what happened, please turn away from this. I'm finna spoil the hell out of this. I enjoy Reggie because Reggie was hilarious. Reggie took out everybody in the house, and then it was funny at the end. He asked to use the grill now and the chicken, and Marlon Lawrence told he told Will Carey to Mike. He told Mike, like, look, man, this dude done killed 37 damn people in the house. You think I'm finna tell him not to grill? You out your damn mind. And he was. He said, Reggie, you got the grill. Go ahead and grill. So that was dope. I liked that. That was dope. Reggie had his just due. I didn't like they didn't bring Therese Randall back. I don't know the reason why. I think it has something to do with a contract issue or she was sick or something, but I'll make another video talking about that. But Teresa Randall, that's the only thing I hated about it. She wasn't in it. And I love the text message and stuff they got from the captain. He still was cussing which was classic. I love the John Sally scene. That was dope. I love the bad guy on here. The bad guy was very interesting, very calculative. And he wasn't the typical bad guy where they're like, oh, we're just going to go kill him just to kill him. And no, he's like, listen, they're cops. We got to do this smart. Like, we just can't go and kill them. Like, we've already killed it, because they already know that you kill another couple cops, people are going to look into this. Like, okay, this guy was killed. You know, now this guy killed. Now this guy killed. So it's like, whatever. But he had a great scene. Martin had a beautiful scene. Loved it. Mike Lowry and his son, they had a great moment. I love that, how he was able to walk away. The daughter of the captain who passed away was going to kill him, but luckily she changed her mind. And her character was just bitter because he took the life of the captain. But come on, like, that's Mike's son, and you know Mike, and you know Mike is like, look, you know, he love his son. He not finna have his son. And I love how Mike in this was getting anxiety attacks. He was slowing down, you know, because he finally has something he could lose. See, Mike Lowry's character just never had nothing to lose before. Yeah, he had Marcus and the fam, and then, of course, he was with Martin's sister. It was funny. Martin Lawrence brought his sister up, and when he was doing the speech at the wedding, Will Smith like, dog, okay, bro, we get the point. But it was kind of messed up how he did that, though. You shouldn't have been sneaking with your partner's sister. Now, at least tell him. Like, you should have told him. He would have been mad, but he would have respected you. You know, so I mean, it was great. I gave it 3.5 out of 4. The half I didn't like was, what half did I like? I didn't like that Teresa Randall wasn't in this. I got to figure out why she wasn't in this. I'm kind of low-key mad. I did not want Tasha Smith. She didn't do a bad job, but it's like, I don't know. I just don't like Tasha Smith as an actress. To me, she plays the same role. In this one, she was more laid back, like more laid back. But in other movies, she's loud, she's obnoxious, she's going in like the typical black chick they stereotype or cast. So, but it was dope. I loved the ending. The ending was dope. When Mike took this guy out, it was dope. When the son it was tight when the son saved the granddaughter, and the mom was gonna kill him, but Mike got there in enough time. It was funny when Mike was just seeing, he was looking at the captain, and the captain was like, it's not your fault that I died, okay? And then Martin just slapped the piss out of him. Man, stop with all that bitch ass shit. I said, yes. I need crazy Mike. I need Mike gonna kill everything, Mike. Yeah. And that's what I love. This one had a lot of heart in it, because you knew this was the last run. And you'll probably have a sequel. I think they'll probably go the direction of Reggie. It could go Reggie and somebody else, or they could pick 2 new characters. And Mike and Marcus could go to being, you know, the captain. They could be the captain, or they can, you know, be this and that, and bring up some new characters. You can make this into a series. I would keep it going. I mean, you can keep it going. You could just add new characters and keep it fresh. I don't know why people don't do that. I think people are so bent on, oh, we got to do a spinoff. Not really. You can keep the same show, just add new characters to it. Same name, same everything. So that's how I look at it. Give it 3.5 out of 4. Now, the My Adventures with Superman, Season 2, Episode 5, we got to see, this is a spoiler, so if you did not see it, please do not stay on here. I'm giving you an advice. I'm giving you advice letting you know it's a spoiler alert. Okay? We got to see Kara. Kara, basically, who ran into Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen is still feeling sad about he was the one who made Lex Luthor into Lex Luthor by giving him that pep talk and kind of being the catalyst into making him an enemy now. Superman is developing powers gradually, but it's different. Like he's garnishing these, he's bringing in a lot of this stuff, and it's weird, it's different. Kara was sent to the planet to meet up with him. And you know, see what's up with him. And she's seen how soft he's become. Lois and everything is still debating on whether to go work in Gotham under Vicky Vale. She's sad her dad left. She just feels like she's always neglected. Her mom died. She feels some people are gonna leave her all the time. And Superman wants to, you know, meet somebody like him. He doesn't feel like he fits in. This is what I call great story. And this is why this show is successful, because it's not just blow stuff up. It's actually developing into something. Something that Star Wars fans, Star Trek fans, and other fans won't allow to happen. They won't allow something to happen. They just desecrate it before it even goes into its fruition. The thing I love about this Superman is that they're actually building the character up. They're not making him too strong, but they're not making him too weak. They're building him up. It's like Dragon Ball with Goku. Goku gradually got better. You know? So I'm digging this. I'm loving how it is. I think it's dope. So Kara and Jimmy starts falling for this Kara girl. She starts falling for him. So that's going to be probably the play. You're probably going to get her and him to fall in love. That'll probably be near the end of the season. She'll care. She's basically sent there to rule the planet. Like they're going to rule the planet. Sort of like a Dragon Ball type of situation where Goku was supposed to take the planet over, but he ended up bumping his head, losing his memory of what was supposed to happen, and he became good and nice, and that's what he started doing, try to protect the world. Superman knows he's an alien, knows all of this. Different scenario. He was raised by the Kents as a kid, so he was raised to love and cater to humanity. That's why I've always loved the Superman stories, because he comes from space with all this power. He already has all this power, and he has to learn how to nerf himself downwards so he doesn't destroy the world or destroy those he's beating up. And that's why I said, when you make Superman not kill, that is a great story, better than a Kingdom Come or not a Kingdom Come, but what's the name of it? Injustice. Like, I hated that Superman. Or you'll have some Supermans from another universe like Ultraman, who's a part of the crime syndicate who wants to destroy stuff. To me, that's an easier story to write. It's easier to write bad Superman compared to writing a Superman that's good and that's charismatic and care for others. So Lois wanted to keep their identity low, so she was getting jealous because the one reporter who came with her, that Perry tried to keep off the story because she really don't bring no value to the story. Because Superman was going to be there, so he felt like Clark and Lois would be a better suit to go interview or go do a scoop instead of her, which he's correct. But unbeknownst to him, that's Superman and that's his lover Lois. So Lois seemed like she was about to break up, I guess, with him. And Superman was feeling crushed, and that's when Kara came and she put on her suit. So he led her away from the city. Kara ended up beating him and everything, mainly because she has more control over her powers. Plus, Kara was a warrior, like a soldier type. So she's been trained. So now we're going to figure out who her dad is and all of this, because it's her dad who sent her there. They're basically trying to make the Kryptonian empire. They're making it two different parts. The one that his dad was a part of was peaceful, loving technology. This part Kara's a part of wants war to conquer. So I won't be surprised if her dad is Zod. I could see her dad being Zod, which to me would be a great move. They should have made Zod Superman's brother. Jor-El's brother, and they should have made Kara his daughter, which would be a great move if they do that. That's smart. That's what I would do. So you don't have to introduce all these characters. You could just make it simple like that. So in the previews, they had him on the ship with Kara. Kara beat him and took him away. Lois and Jimmy look very lost and sad. But this is how Lois is. Lois is insecure about herself. But this is how Lois has always been. Lois has always felt this way. Feeling like she's not good enough. She don't look good enough. And this is the average girl. This is the average girl's mindset, where they know this is a super powerful guy. 9 times out of 10, the super powerful guy is supposed to be with the most beautifulest woman or powerful woman. But it doesn't end up like that. Sometimes, he loves what he loves, which is your basic ass. And women just can't accept that, So that was dope. Kara took him out of space because she used her beam. Superman tapped into another power where he blew out that cold breath, and he basically destroyed the laser, and it was snowing. So he got out of there so he wouldn't get killed. Well, not killed, but nobody in the city would be destroyed. But Kara wasn't going to kill him. She was going to take him back so he can be debriefed, and he could become one of those Kryptonians, and they attack and take over Earth. That's what they're trying to do. That's what the V-Day or D-Day, whatever it was called. So, So next episode, he gets up out of the field. He walks around. It looks like him and Kara are going to have a one-on-one. They're going to talk. And I think we're going to get to meet the Kryptonians that are the bad guys. If not in this episode, but the episode next. They're going to try it. Jimmy and Lois going to figure out how to get on that ship or get to Clark. So that's what it's going to be about. Which I love this, that they're moving Clark. That they're moving Clark, to outer space, which I think is dope. I think that's dope. We can get another story with him outer space. We can see what's going on. Hell, we don't know what might happen. We might see a sneak preview of Darkseid. Who knows? But I love what this show is doing. I love the build up. I love the storytelling. I love the interaction, between Jimmy and her, which would make sense. And I think she's going to have a change of heart because she's going to think about Jimmy. So she's going to try some of that Jimmy. So, So thank you guys, man, for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. If you love what you hear, you can donate to the page just go to the description box, hit that link to the Cash App. You could donate whatever your heart's desire. You guys can also, what else say? You guys can also go to my Zelle and donate. You guys can also super chat. Y'all can super chat when we're live or premiere video, or leave a super thanks after the video's done. We having the fantasy football league, guys. If you guys want to get in, it's $25 entry fee. Once you pay your $25, you have a chance to win that after the season's over with. You could win the whole thing and get that money, including the money that all of us put in the pot. So you guys can do that. Also, it's $3 a month for the Patreon. I have 2 articles I put up and a video explaining the real truth behind the Matrix and the Terminator, how they both fit and how they both were stolen from Hollywood. This one lady's talking about it. I got it off Twitter, I believe. So make sure you check that out, guys. You know, if you guys also, like I said, you can Cash at me. You know, shoot. So, you know, it's about to fall asleep on y'all. But, you know, that's how it is. Make sure you guys listen to the No More Wax Sheet. No More Wax Sheet, the second album in the HD trilogy I'm dropping sporadic at the end of the year. No More Wax Sheet is on the page. If you're on my Patreon, you got the full extended version. If you're on my YouTube, you got the revised version. So it's 2 different versions. If you want to hear the full extended version, you got to sign up to the Patreon. It's $3 a month. That's all it is, $3 a month. You know? That's all it is. And if you want to get on the Fantasy Football League, you know, just throw your 25 in. You'll have a chance to win that money, including everybody who signs up money. So, hey, I would do it. It'll be worth it. To me personally. So, you know, that's how I look at it. So, shout out to Casino for Life, man. He doing big things. I got to look at his review on Power because I ain't seen it yet. And he breaks it down the best. Shout out to Cino. He's killing it right now. Shout out to Scrub Zero. Shout out to Jose with Jag Sports. Shout out to Leave Diggy, man. Leave Diggy doing his thing over there. Shout out to the Mac Mizzle Show. Shout out to Strictly Left. Shout out to Who Did It This Time. I got to hit my brother up, man. See how he doing. Shout out to Kraken AMG. Shout out to Mutant Styles. Shout out to the fam. You know, everybody who had a great Father's Day. Also, you know, just shout out to everybody. One True Emperor and Bear Theater. Also, Pocket Full of De Niro. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? I got to get some more beats from your Pocket Full. But those 3 guys play games on their channel. Pocket Full make beats as well. Make sure you check them out. Bear plays games on his channel where he's doing sports, fighting, role, whatever type of game it is he's on. Also, check out One True Emperor. He be playing that FIFA, man. He be killing it. I need to donate to his page when I get a chance. Shout out to MDT Sports, man. One of the livest young guys I know. Shout out to Jeff Bone the Bonehead. He keep me laughing. Excuse me, man. Shout out to everybody. You know, much love to everybody. If I missed you, I'll get you on the next video. Oh, yeah, Kingdom Cast with C-Pen. So, thank y'all for listening. I'm out. Dizzy.